And the Saturday interviews continue here at Gen Con. And I have the pleasure of meeting Lili DeSisto for the first time. And we are going to talk about Kosmos Games with a K. Don't forget that. And you've got some new releases. You've also got some games that are out there that I know is right up the alley for my audience. We're going to chat a little bit about. And I am going to go on the record here. I know, I shouldn't do this, but I have never played a Kosmos game. I know when people are like, but you're a game reviewer. You have 507 reviews. Think of how many games are out there, folks.
There are a lot.
And you guys have a lot of cool stuff.
Yes, we do.
So, Lili, let's start off with the new releases that hit here at Gen Con. Unfortunately, everybody's watching this. Gen Con's over. So we will talk about when these are going to retail as well.
Yep. Yeah.
Take it away.
All right. So first big new release we've got here is an expansion for our hit game Imhotep, which is a strategy game where players take on the role of Egyptian architects, and they're working to build Egyptian monuments, and you earn points based on the success of your buildings. Okay. So we've got an expansion here.
So I would get skunked, obviously, in that game.
Maybe not. It's definitely a pretty decent amount of strategy needed for this game, but it's a lot of fun. I mean, gamers of all kinds tend to like it.
I do recall when I put up a news piece for Imhotep, it does have a striking table presence.
It does, and we've got it. You can take a look at it over there.
Folks will be seeing some B-roll.
Yeah. No, it's a great. It does have a great, and the components in this are just as wonderful and beautiful to look at. There's even a couple more like figurines and stuff. We've got a chariot race added to the expansion. Unfortunately, actually, well, not unfortunately for people who weren't able to attend Gen Con, but
sold out.
Well, no, it wasn't sold out. We didn't even, unfortunately, have it available. So
you're not alone.
Don't feel like you missed anything if you weren't here.
Was it something that just didn't make it?
It did. It was so close. In fact,
exactly.
it'll be in stores probably by the end of the month. We had a few samples that people were able to demo over in the demo hall and try out, but didn't make it for sale. So, but it will be in stores. You can look for it by the end of August.
There you go.
Yeah.
You don't have that long to wait.
Yeah, not too long.
Moving right along. What's next?
Yes. So another new one that we've got is Mercado. It's a new strategy game by Rudiger Dorn. In Mercado, you are filthy rich and just trying to get richer because you want to.
Based on my life.
Yeah, exactly. You want to impress your friends with how many luxury items you can own and have. And so you have everybody starts out with a coin bag, a purse with different coins in it. Everybody gets the same amount of coins. And you have to draw randomly from your bag at the beginning of your turn 3 coins and use those coins to purchase items in the marketplace. You're not going to necessarily be able to purchase all the items on one turn. Sometimes some items require 4 coins, 5 coins, so on and so forth. So you're competing against your opponents to get that the most prestigious or the most luxurious items possible first. Yeah.
Gold-plated toilet and things like that.
Yeah, exactly. Things you don't really need, but
of course, obviously.
Yeah.
But you're so rich, it doesn't matter. I just want to impress my friends.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's Mercado, and we have a couple of new Exit games in the Exit the Game series, which we've already sold out of. Yes. We've sold out of them at the show, the 2 new ones, Dead Man on the Orient Express and The Sunken Treasure, but we've got those 2 are available now. We've got 2 more coming out in the fall, Mysterious Museum and Sinister Mansion. So. And
then you have some, I believe, kind of an abstract game that's
yes. Pillars, is that what
Which one?
I'm sorry, which one were you?
Well, you have so many.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Dimension?
Dimension,
that?
No, I'm sorry. Well, Dimension's actually been around for a couple of years now, so it's not exactly new, but it's been...
So what happens when I don't play the game?
Yeah, but it's a fun game where there's actually the national tournament going on over in the demo hall right now, and the winner will be winning
wins $1 million.
They do. Well, they win a $500 shopping spree on our booth, so that's pretty good. It's a pretty good deal. Yeah.
You better hurry up and win before this stuff's sold out, though.
I know, it's true. Yeah. But no, we've got some other new good releases, an expansion or a standalone expansion to Word Slam, which was a party game that came out last year. Same designers as the Exit series. It's a kind of like charades, but you can't speak.
Really, I know.
Yeah, I know. Exit. exit. Although this exit doesn't really need any.
Go get a hat and it'll say egress.
I like it. Yeah. But no, Word Slam Family is an expansion. Well, you can use it in conjunction with the base game Word Slam or by itself. It's a really fun party game, a word guessing game. So yeah. And we've also got Drop It, which is it's a game for 2 to 4 players, and it has a vertical game board. And each player or team, it could be 2 teams, has a collection of shapes in their own color, and you take turns dropping the shapes, and you earn points based on where it lands. You actually don't want to connect them. You don't want your 2 colors. Those are some general landing rules. You don't want 2 of the same colors to touch. You don't want 2 of the same shapes to touch. And then there are some additional landing rules that the game board lays out for you. So, and depending on where it lands, you earn a certain amount of points. It's one of those games that you look at it and you think, oh, that looks really simple. It looks like it's a kid's game. It's fun. Now I'll buy it for my daughter. But then once you start playing, you realize it's a little bit more complicated and a little more difficult than you think. There's a lot of strategy involved.
And then the parents get to go, ha, ha, this isn't for you anymore. This is our game.
Too. No, it's true. It's true. You can play when the kids go to bed. Yeah.
You also have some titles that I believe would really be up the alley of my audience, because my audience tends to be meatier strategy games, or even kind of like take that games, even smaller footprint games. They like a little bit of confrontation in their games, or they like to really have to sit and strategize, which I'm a big fan of.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about, you've got a couple of Ken Follett titles
Ken
based
Follett.
on his novels. He didn't design them, based on his novels.
Yeah, but we've got some over the Pillars of the Earth, which is you're trying to.
It's been out for a while.
Yes, it's been out for a while, but we've brought it back as a reprint. And then Column of Fire is the newest one that came out late last fall. So it's we're kind of still considering it a new release for this year, just because it wasn't around for very long in 2017. But yeah, both based on the novels. It's got like a storyline behind it, just very kind of similar to our Legends of Andor series, in that.
That's something I wanted to
Although the Pillars of the Earth and Column of Fire, they're not cooperative games like Legends of Andor, but it's similar in that kind of story, like thematic setting of Europe.
What is Column of Fire about?
So it's about kind of religious wars in I think it's 16th century England. You've got the Catholics versus the Protestants, and trying to take control.
Reformation.
Exactly, yeah. Trying to take control of areas in Europe. Yeah. So,
do you get to execute Mary, Queen of Scots?
I actually haven't had a chance to play that one yet, so I'm not entirely sure.
She's too busy playing Exit.
It's true.
That's what's going on.
I'm still stuck in the rooms. I can't get out. I haven't exited yet. No. Yeah.
Because you're wearing the hat. You
Exactly.
So let's talk a little bit about Andor, because you have a core game, and then I believe I think it's new here or just came out, is the part 2.
We're on to part 3 now. So we have the base game Legend of Andor. Then last year, sometime in 2017, I can't even remember now. Journey to the North, which was part 2. It's a major expansion, so it's a full box size that you play in conjunction with the base game. And then late last fall, we had part 3, The Last Hope, which is just more Legends for you to play. And The Last Hope is actually a standalone game. You don't need the base game for that. So it's kind of a whole new variety. And then we also have a new expansion coming out. Probably it'll be available by the end of August, beginning of September. It's called Dark Heroes. So similar to like New Heroes, that expansion for the series that came out before. It just offers more heroes with different abilities. But these Dark Heroes are
more nefarious.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have not so great.
Almost anti-heroes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Like Elric, you'll probably want to pick that up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've got that for demoing over in the demo hall. We just don't have it for sale at the show, but it should be in stores, by the end of the summer. Yeah.
What other titles do you want to chat about, Lily?
Let's see.
You got plenty.
I know. Well, we have the re-release of Ingenious, which
I'm not allowed to play.
You're not. Yeah, you got to be ingenious for that.
You got to be brighter than a small appliance bulb to sit down at the table.
Yeah, it's another Reiner Knizia favorite that people are really excited to see back in print. Speaking of Reiner Knizia, he has an addition to his Lost Cities series, which we're sold out. So this was a game that was delivered directly to the show, and it arrived on Wednesday at noon. So talk about cutting it close. It's making
Like it was sold out by Thursday at noon?
pretty much, yeah. It was a huge it's a huge hit. We still have it over at the demo hall for people to play, but it's a lot like the original card game, but it's for 2 to 4 players, so you have more players. And instead of having, you don't start out with a deck of cards or a hand of cards. There's a bidding mechanic that's been added to it, so you have to bid on cards in order to get them to start expeditions. It's a lot of fun. It's a nice way to expand that original card game while also keeping the good parts about what make that card game so great, and expanding it for more people.
You don't want to fix what's not broken.
Exactly. Yeah. And that was one of our kind of fears. It's like Lost Cities is such a great game as it is. How can you? You don't want to mess with
success.
But it's
you don't chop down an evergreen.
Exactly.
That's just you don't do it.
No, and that's still Lost Cities is still going to be great, and people are going to love it. But I think they're going to like Rivals as well.
There's more players.
Yeah,
more fun.
Yeah, and it's still like a compact little box. You can take it on the go. Yeah, it's a ton of fun.
Any other titles you want to talk about before we move on to what may be on the horizon?
Oh yes. I think taking a look over here. Yeah, I think we covered all the big ones.
So I'm sure Kosmos has lots going on. There's plenty on the horizon, but most of it you can't talk about.
Yeah.
So what can you maybe throw out there for folks?
Well, we'll have more Exit games coming out. We can't. I mean, so the series started. I know, but hey,
don't chop down the evergreen.
You can't do it. The series just started last year, and we've already sold over 2 million worldwide. Right. So we can't come out with them fast enough.
Better be careful. The DEA does not come banging on your door wondering what's going on here. What are you putting in this game?
I know. We better watch out. Those Inca and Marcus Brand. I don't know. They're going to be recruited for the FBI or something. Right. Coming up with solving all these riddles or coming up with them in the first place. We've got some more of that. And really, I think that's a lot of, we may have some more, our release schedule for the next year and so is still kind of in flux. We don't really know for sure. But we also actually we sold out yesterday of Targi. It's another re-release of a 2-player high strategy game. And that's just a good example of how, when we started bringing games from Kosmos over to the U.S. in 2015, we really relied heavily on the feedback from fans to tell us which Kosmos games they haven't seen in a while that they'd like to see.
Sometimes the American audience or North American audience is a little bit different than the European audience.
Yeah. So we're definitely listening to those requests and continue to send them in. Contact at thamesandcosmos.com. We are listening. That's why Targi is here.
You can just exit at Kosmos.com.
Exactly. Have you heard of this series yet? Exit the Game? It's a really great. Just kidding.
You're the designer. Is that what the pitch is?
No, and I'm terrible at them actually. So I don't know. I don't know why I can't exit the games. So I am impressed with people who can.
Any final thoughts you'd like to share with our audience?
It's for anybody who was at Gen Con and we were able to meet. Thanks for coming by the booth. It's always great to meet the fans firsthand.
If you couldn't.
Yeah, and if you couldn't, still follow us. We still love you. Send us what you want to see in print over here. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Keep up to date with us, and we'll keep putting out games that you like.
You keep buying them, they'll keep making them. I swear, yes. I know that'll happen.
Yes. Awesome.
Lili, thanks so much for taking some time out. It's pretty busy. We had to actually squeeze into a corner here.
Yeah, we made
Have a great show.
Thank you. You too.